Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the St. Louis Blues relocation franchise here on Madden 25. In the last episode, we had an off season that was certainly memorable, maybe not for the good reasons that you would want it to be memorable for, but it was nonetheless a memorable season. We lost quite a bit of talent, but we do have two Lombardi trophies in our trophy cabinet here in St. Louis. So you take the good, you take the bad. It is what it is. Will we be able to three-peat? I highly doubt it. Maybe the sim gods are going to be with us and we'll sim very well. I have no idea because we still have a very solid offense. The defense is slightly worse. We're not a bad team. We're just kind of not as good as we have been the past couple of years. Where that will leave us at the end of the year, we can only wait and find out. So in today's episode, we will simulate week 1 all the way to week number 10, like we have been doing this entire series. We'll jump in, play the moments for a game or two, see how the new look team is, and yeah, we'll see where the first portion of the season leaves us. If you go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see where the two-time defending undisputed world champions, the St. Louis Blues, see what they can do. It is week number 1 of the 2028 NFL season, and we have the Kansas City Chiefs to open up the year. That is not a team you want to open up the season with, but they're not as good as they have been in the past. They're one overall higher than what we are. So I'm assuming a lot of their guys are retired at this point. I know Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice and all those guys are still there, but I would think a couple of their guys are retired, like Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, obviously. This is what the offense looks like here after another offseason of departures, major departures. We've done a decent job of drafting offensive linemen. We drafted Grant, we drafted Lofton, we traded for Adkins, and we drafted this dude this year, who is a left tackle. I'm assuming start development with hidden dev, Morris Huff. He's only a 71, but we were really desperate to have a left tackle, so we got lucky that he had dev. We also have Guerrero, who we drafted, who will, depending on what contract situations happen this year, maybe he's going to have to start next year. I don't know. Can we keep Graham Barton? I don't know. I don't even know if he's up for a contract. So we'll have some interesting decisions to make there. We still have 3 wide receivers. Well, 4. We have Quentin Johnson still, but he's never really done anything. We have Blake Corum. We have obviously Trevor Lawrence, Sam Laporta, who we kept on a franchise tag again, which we might have to do again depending on what our money situation is. And this is where we got hurt the most. We lost Roquan Smith, which was a big loss. I don't remember who we lost. Oh, it was Tyree Wilson. That's who we lost. I was going to say I don't remember who we lost, but it was Tyree Wilson was who we lost on the edge there. Maybe Schwartz can do something. He's a 75 overall a couple years into his career. He's got 85 power moves, 87 excel, 82 speed. He's not a great player. He's not a bad. He's a kind of a whatever player, but maybe he can turn into something. If he has a good year, he can go up to star development just like that. The linebacking core is slightly disappointing. I will say that. Sanborn to Roquan Smith was a nice combination, but now we've got a sub 70 overall middle linebacker. It's going to be a little bit tricky, and I can't go to like a different formation because we don't have another defensive lineman that I would trust to play alongside these guys. So, and I said, I funnily said earlier that Chris Jones retired because he was on the Chiefs. No, he's on our team, and he's not retired yet. So I don't know what I was thinking there. I forgot that he was on our team, I guess. We do have 2 safeties that are young and inexperienced and low overall. Will that hurt us? I guess we'll find out. Corner is not great anymore. The team's it's falling apart. It is falling apart. At least on defense it is. But that's what happens when you win 2 championships and you spend all this money to try to keep these guys around to win more championships. I don't want to say that our winning window is done, like it's closed, but looking at the team, it's not looking good. All we got to do now is load the draft class and start simming some weeks. We're going to keep doing auto-generated stuff. So maybe there'll be some decent defenders in this class. I hope so. There's two corners actually who are at the top. I apologize for these random cuts during this first part of the episode. I'm having a sneezing fit right now, and I'm trying to hold it in, but I don't want you guys. I don't have you obviously don't need to see that, so I've been cutting it out, and it's kind of annoying. I don't like having sneezing fits. So we have two corners who are at the top of the list. One's 22, one's 21. They are six. I didn't even look at his height. He's 6'3". Brendan Wright from Notre Dame. Okay, that could be a big time player for us, depending on what our situation is this year. There's also another tackle that could be good for us. There's a middle linebacker in the top five. This class looks like we got lucky. There's a lot of good defensive players in positions that we could certainly use. So I like the generated class this year. Hopefully they all end up being pretty good. So hopefully we got lucky with a good class. But we're gonna start simulation. I don't think we're gonna jump in game number one, even though it is against the Chiefs. I think we're going to simulate the game and see what happens. How are the sim gods going to treat us? We do beat the Chiefs, so we start 1-0. That's always good to see. That is always good to see, and it's always good to see our young guys getting dev traits or getting upgrades. Nice to get those. Game number two against division rival Indianapolis. What will occur? And we're 2-0. Huh. 2-0 with this team. Wouldn't it be just like the most Madden thing ever if we lost that all that talent that we lost in the past couple of years in free agency and then just couldn't bring them back? And this is the year we go like undefeated or something. That would be just the most unbelievable thing ever. So finally, we have see that's what happens when you let all your great players go. You actually accumulate all that money back. We have money, and there's a lot more players that need new contracts. Oh no. Well, we have to bring Dallas Turner back, but he's going to ask for so much money. We've been franchise tagging Sam Laporta. I might have to do it again. Oh no. Oh no. How do we bring these guys back? I mean, luckily they all want to be here. Most of them. Tyson Campbell doesn't really want to be here, but most of the really, really good players thankfully want to be back. Oh no, that are even if I sign in Amon St. Brown, that already takes us down to under 80 million. If I go to Dallas Turner, that takes us down to 81. I mean, this is just unbelievable. We have to bring Dallas Turner back. That's just a fact of life. He has to come back. We need to bring back Andrew Grant. Maybe Amon-Ra's not a guy that we bring back. I mean, I would love to, but I guess we'll have to play it and see how it goes. See how it goes uh, with the rest of the negotiations. But I'm not going to do it just yet. We've got a game against the Dolphins. We've had a lot of home games. I think all three have been at home, and we lose that game against the Dolphins by a touchdown. Okay. Annoying. I thought maybe we would go undefeated this year. With the way that we started. Now we take on our first road game against the Broncos. What's going to happen against Denver? It is going to be a win and a linebacker breakout against the Raiders. How's it going to go? Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Sanborn? Is it going to be Chop? Is it going to be the linebacker that's a 68? That'd be useful. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Week number 5, coach's office. It is, I can't tell with the player model. Who is it? It's Quincy Dixon. It is the 68 overall dude. Well, that's useful. Get him 2+ tackles or for loss or an interception forced fumble to upgrade his dev trait. 2 tackles for loss or a forced fumble, I feel like is going to be a little bit impossible, but at least he's having a good year. I'm happy about that. I'm not going to jump into this game because I want the simulation to hopefully give him those 2 tackles for loss. I feel like if I jump in, it's not going to get it. We do get the win. Does he have Silver Dev? Silver Dev, what am I, a jabroni? Star Dev. Does he have it? He does his job. I don't even press a button and it skips it so fast. He earned 2,500 XP, but it doesn't say that he got the dev trade upgrade. So unfortunately, he didn't get it. But that's okay. At least he's playing good enough to even earn a breakout. I'm happy about that because I was a little bit concerned with what we were going to do at middle linebacker. But maybe we won't have to do anything. Maybe he's just going to be good enough to get the job done. I am going to jump into this game against the Vikings because it's a pretty important game. We're both 4-1. We're both having really, really solid years. We are one of the better teams in the AFC. We're tied with the Titans, who are in our division, so that's going to be pretty tough. But we're playing really well. We're going to jump in, play the moments against the Vikings, and see if we can keep the hot streak a rolling. Okay, big game against the Vikings. Both teams are 4-1. Thankfully, we're at home. And we're going to jump in here and see if we can get the job done against Minnesota. We're already down 7-0 in the late first quarter. This could be an Amon-Ra underneath pass. We're going to send Corum. Maybe it's Corum down the field. No, he didn't win. Oh, and that's just out of reach. What am I playing? College Ball 25? All right. Trevor Lawrence a little bit inaccurate on his first pass that I threw with him. We'll go underneath. This time it's St. Brown. He gets the catch. He breaks a tackle, fighting, and down to the 4. 3rd and 1 situation. This could just simply be a Blake Corum change, like on audible to a Blake Corum run. Because, I mean, they are not ready to stop a run. So, hand it off to Blake Corum, and he is somehow stopped. I'm not quite sure how he got stopped, but he got stopped. So, I mean, it's okay. We got the first down, and they're not lining up in run formation like they want to stop the run. So we're going to hand this off to Corum, and Corum is easily in for a Blues touchdown. And he's hitting a little dance. Love to see it. We needed that. Now we need the defense to play well, and they did. They stop a Vikings drive. We score a touchdown, take the lead. Vikings get a field goal. They still got J.J. McCarthy. That's fun. Take another field goal, and we are into the 4th quarter. In the red zone, up by a singular point. Can we do this? I don't even know. Probably. Trevor Lawrence going to scramble. I was always going to scramble in this play. I just wish Trevor was slightly faster. It's okay. He got the job done. He got us a few yards. This has got to be a Laporta run, or Laporta catch. Oh, Laporta didn't get open. And it's another out-of-reach ball. Why is that always out of reach? I don't understand it. Those routes are always out of reach for any quarter. It doesn't matter what quarterback I am. It's always out of reach. That's so frustrating. I hate that. Hit that to LaMichael Dotson, and LaMichael down to the 3 gets the first down. This could simply be a Blake Corum run again, like we did earlier. Okay, they got a little bit of a better run defense. Still not great up the middle. We could just go through that gap. But Blake Corum run through a man, and he's in. He got pushed in. That linebacker, whoever that was, that came on his back. Pause. He pushed him in. Thank you for that, because I don't think I would have got in. And it's a possible win right here, unless I just hit a one-play touchdown with the slot fade to St. Brown. That could be hilariously good. I'm going to St. Brown. They're going to watch it. Yep, they're watching. We'll just check that down to Blake Corum. Okay, Blake. What's going on there, big dog? Why'd you drop that? Strange, but 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass. Brian Thomas Jr. with a natural pick. Juke move. Oh, Brian Thomas Jr.'s off to the races. Down the sideline. One man to beat, and he got pushed out of bounds. Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. needs to get re-signed. He's too good. He's too good to let go. But that might mean that we might have to let Amon-Ra St. Brown go, unfortunately, which I really don't want to do. He's been here since the very beginning. He's one of our offensive captains. Hand off to Corum, and Corum will get down to the 21-yard line. Very good run. That might, with the accelerated clock, take us to the 2-minute warning, and it will. Do the Vikings use their timeouts? I would think that they do. It's only 21-13. I would think that they would use their timeouts because they probably still think they have a chance to win. But we all know that they don't really have a chance to win, so take that for what it is. Corum, first down. Did he get it? He did get it. Timeout used by the Vikings, but he does, in fact, achieve that first down. They're trying to strip the football away from Blake. We'll see if they can do it. Blake squeezes through. Get skinny, Blake. And he's down to the 9. Another timeout used. One remaining for Minnesota. Minnesota! Will they get the job done? I hope not. There is a flag immediately on the snap. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe an offside? Or a false start? I don't know what it would be. Yeah, somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Okay. Brandon Jones offside. We accept the penalty. They used their last timeout. I mean, if we score, it's over anyway. So it's not like we can just We don't. It's not like we if we score, we give them an opportunity. They're not gonna win if we score. So I'll try to score. Maybe we won't be able to. Maybe they'll stand us up. Who knows? Snap handoff to Corum. Corum is in, another touchdown for Blake, and this one is over. Thankfully, although they do score, they're not gonna win. I mean, who we can? They have 9 seconds and they need 8 points. Even if they get this onside kick, it would be pretty impossible. They won't get it. LaMichael Dotson comes away with it, and he will go down immediately, and that will be the ball game. We win. We keep our hot streak going. We've only lost one game. It was to the stupid Dolphins. Not sure how we lost that game, but we did. We were even at home in that game, I think. But that's a big win. The Vikings were also having a very good season to start, so winning against them is pretty awesome. But now we have to basically just compete with our own division because the Titans are having a really, really good year as well. I don't know when we play them, but that could be some pretty big games, pretty important games in terms of playoff positioning. We play the Colts in the next or in the next episode? No, in this episode. Titans are 5-1, we're 5-1. It looks like it could just be us versus the Titans this season, which is a little bit scary. Steelers are 3-3. Let's get the job done against them. We do. And we play the Titans to finish out the year. Or to finish out the year, finish out the episode. They're week 10. All right, the end of the episode could be very important. Game one against the Titans in the division. And they have not slipped up either. We take on the Eagles, who are 2-4. We have breakouts. We have a secondary breakout for the middle linebacker. What's the D line breakout? Is this going to be for the Schwartz guy, for the guy that we added to the team? It is. Our two new additions, the guys that I had no faith in really, are having the best years in terms of they're having good enough years to acquire breakout scenarios. So that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. That is huge. Quincy Dixon is playing really well, I guess. I hope he gets start Ev. I really, really do. That would really help us out. Because then he'd be on the same timeline as everybody else, which would really, really be awesome. So we're at week number 8. We have our national focus to choose. Defensive end is bad this year, which is not great. We might have to go to outside linebacker. I could go to middle linebacker, but let's go to outside linebacker because outside linebackers that you'll get both right and left scouted fully, so or 95% whatever it ends up being. So that's useful. And we could always use some outside linebackers. Is it time to pay people? That is a big question. Is it time to pay people? I think it's time to pay Dallas Turner. I don't want to do it because it's very expensive, but there's no way we can let Dallas Turner leave this team. We've already let so many other talented people leave. We cannot let Dallas Turner leave. So he kind of wants to be here. We have to pay him a hefty bonus and a not a very expensive salary, but that bonus is going to kill us probably. So make that offer, and he's going to come back. That's a very expensive contract. We lose so much money, but we had to do it. It had to be done, just like it has to be done to sign Andrew Grant. Have to bring him back, and hopefully we don't have to go too crazy on his contract. And he's going to come back. 53 million remains. We have to get Brian Thomas back. I'm going to choose him over Amon-Ra, I think. And he's going to come back. We have $42 million. Graham Barton needs to come back. Chop Robinson needs to come back. Sanborn certainly needs to come back. Oh my God. Graham Barton doesn't like being here, unfortunately, because we have no mentor at the position. Okay, maybe if I sign a mentor, maybe we can get that fixed. If we go to center, who's got mentor tag? Brian Allen has the mentor tag. Bradley Bozeman has the mentor tag. So does Mason Cole. We don't need to have anybody too crazy. Oh, Will Clapp that's perfect. Will Clapp has the mentor tag. I can't sign it because we're negative money apparently. So that's out of the question. All we can do is overpay him, I guess. That's all we can do. What's our trade situation look like? Yeah, negative 33 million. Okay. So the money that we had was the money that we were gonna have next year in the offseason, all that kind of stuff. So right now we don't have any money. And Graham Barton needs a mentor. Tyson Campbell's not super expensive, thankfully. But Chop kind of is, and so is Matt Sanborn. Oh, I hate it. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Somebody here is going to get franchise tag. That's just a guarantee. Do we franchise tag Sam Laporta for a third straight year? At some point, I just want to get him on a contract so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't know what we do. If I pay Amon-Ra, that's all of our money gone. If I pay Laporta, that's most of our money gone. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We also have to pay Chris. I didn't even realize we had to pay Chris Jones too. He's 34 years old. Maybe we don't have to pay Chris Jones. Schwartz also needs a new contract. I just realized that. I didn't even see him on here. Oh, we are in some financial struggles. How do we pay everybody? If I try to pay Kendall Irving, which we probably should pay him because he needs to be back on this team because we don't have a backup plan. I've got to pay Barton. I have to. Unfortunately, we're going to have to overpay for him, but we have to pay him. I know we have that Guerrero as the center, and we have Tom Aiken as well. We have decent center options, but I don't want to lose an 88 overall player. And we can use those guys at other positions. So, what's that for Graham Barton? He's going to say that's good. 28 million. That pretty much guarantees we can't bring back anybody else, at least of this caliber, unless we franchise tag them. Chop, Sanborn. I got to get Irving back. I got to get Chop back. Oh my God, this is out of control. I can't handle the pressure. I wasn't built for the pressure. Chop Robinson's back 13 million. If I bring Sanborn back, that's going to be the last guy that I can offer. If I can bring Kendall back, Kendall is going to get offered about that. He's going to come back $7.7 million. Oh, Josh McDaniels. Um, we just paid a lot of people. That is for sure. We just paid a lot of people. We have barely any money left. At least we bring back most of our core. We're just going to lose a lot of talent. Still a lot of talent. Uh, Game against the Eagles, though. Can we keep the hot streak a rolling? No, we lose by 2. And we have the D-line breakout. Did he get his breakout? I hope so. I hope that he did. Please, 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 please get it. Oftentimes, oh, he didn't get it. Man, that's 2 in a row we lose. That's stupid. I hate the stupid negotiations. All right, the Colts are up next, and then the Titans. So the Titans didn't, or they had a bye week, so they're still 6-1. That Week 10 game is going to be pretty massive, and that's the game we're going to jump into. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. We lose to the Colts. That's a huge loss. Huge loss to the Colts. They're not that good. They were like 4-4 or something. That's a really, really, really bad loss this early in the season. Titans are 7-1. I should have just looked there. We've lost to the Eagles by 2, and then to the Colts by 2. So we're right in these games. We're just losing them at the last second. Probably on field goals, I would think. Who knows? But we cannot afford to lose this game, or we are going to be in big, big trouble against, or later in the season, next episode against the Titans for a playoff push. So we have to win this game. Let's go and do it. Taking on the Titans on the road in. They play in Nashville, right? I'm pretty sure they play somewhere. They definitely play somewhere. 4th and 2. Is this just an Amon-Ra play? It might be. Amon-Ra St. Brown sideline first down. That was a risky throw too, but it worked. It got us a first down. We'll hand this football off to Blake Corum. Maybe we can squeeze through one of the gaps. If there is one. Oh, he's going to cut it outside. Blake Corum gets great blocking. One man to beat. Juke move. Couldn't get it, but he gets pushed forward for the first down. Good job, Blake. He did a solid job there getting the first down and getting a lot of yards. First and goal from the 7. Hand off to Corum again, and he will get brought down to 5. It's okay, Trev. You got this. I'm going to do a zone toss. I don't really like zone tosses because I don't really believe that they're that good in these games. But I'm going to run it here. Maybe you can prove my theory wrong. Blake Corum outside. Get the edge, Blake! To the 2. All right, maybe if he was slightly faster, he might have been able to get all the way there, but they're not really ready. What is this defensive formation that they're doing? They got one guy in the middle. What's happening here at the 2-yard line? And they stop. I mean, it worked, so maybe their defensive formation was good for them, but this is 4th and goal from the 1, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to get in here or they're going to goal line stuff us. Hand off to Corum, and Corum will be stopped. Shut down at the 1-yard line. Well, at the 2, I guess. We did not get in there. How in the world do we not get in there? Although we got a safety. We're up 2-0. So the defense delivers. But then they allow a touchdown for the Tennessee Titans, and then we turned it over and gave another touchdown to the Titans. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. 14-9. It's 21-9. This is not looking good for the good guys. Why do they want me to do verticals from the 4? What is that play call? The snap, Corum. Get in there, Blake. Get in there! 2-minute warning from the 2. This is not looking good. We have to have an immediate turnover the next time they come out. And a sack because I had nobody open on the slants. They did a really good job covering. They did a real good job covering, and that really hurts the time. And a lot of time came off that clock right there. And I don't have anybody else open. What is this play calling, ladies and gentlemen? I have no idea. We are inside the 10, and the plays are just out of control. The coverage is not great. It's going to be knocked a complete turnover. We will lose to the Tennessee Titans. That is not something that we could afford to have happen. I mean, we scored a touchdown there, but we weren't going to get the onside kick anyway. It doesn't really matter. We lose 21-16 to the Titans. Another loss, a 3rd straight loss. A rough way to end the episode. Oh, that's real tough. It's going to be really hard for us to counteract that later in the season. Basically, what we have to do is win every single game from here on out. That's really the only spot we can go into, because 4 losses in a season where the Titans are in our division and they only have 1, I mean, we are in massive amounts of trouble. Absolutely massive. And we will finish the season, the last few games, in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We paid a lot of people a lot of money. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.